Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and today I want to show you how to make these beautiful little Christmas tree ornament spools. Now bear with me because these were not difficult to make at all, and they were not expensive, and I'll tell you different ways that you can cut costs. So I'll go ahead and get started. Now the first thing I bought was these wooden spools, and if you go to eBay and enter the words wooden spools or wooden spool ornaments, you'll find all different kinds of sellers that are selling vintage spools and also just the plain wooden spools like this. And I bought a bag of 36 for $7.99, I believe. And I'll go ahead and I'll list the name of the seller below. They have them in lots of 100 or more, depending on how many you want to make. And the next thing you're going to need is some pretty scrapbooking paper. I bought the kind that's flexible, not the real thick cardboard kind. I know, like Recollections, they sell the cardboard scrapbooking paper that's full of glitter, and although it's beautiful, it won't work well because you'll find it very difficult to wrap around these spools. I did experiment with the vinyl, glittered vinyl, and I found that the ultra fine glitter vinyl worked fine because it was very flexible. The vinyl with the chunky glitter on it did not work well at all. As far as wrapping around this, it was just too bulky, and so stick with scrapbooking paper. That's the best, and the ultra fine glittered vinyl. So what I did next is I painted the spools with white acrylic paint. This is High Gloss by Martha Stewart, and it's called Wedding Cake. And you can use any glossy acrylic white paint though. And I didn't bother painting the middle, I just painted the tops, and when those dried, I painted the bottoms. And this is just an extra step. You don't have to do this. I don't know if you can see this, but I put some Craft Twinkles brush-on glitter paint on the top and the bottom. And like I said, I don't know if you can see under this light or not. But anyway, so I let it dry thoroughly, and then that's about it. Once they were dried, let's see, let me get you in here. Once they were dried, I wrapped the, well, this is the clear vinyl, or excuse me, the ultra fine glittered vinyl. I wrapped it around here, and it stuck very well using the Aleene's Turbo Tacky Glue. And let's see, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to show you what I did. Let's see. Okay. And all I did was just kind of run it like this. By the way, the measurements for this is 3/4 of an inch wide from here to here, and I cut these pieces 3/4 of an inch wide by 2 3/4 inches long. And the reason why I made it longer is because I wanted that overlap. You'll see what I mean, this overlap here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of pull that and put a little more of the Turbo Tacky Glue here at the end. Sorry if I'm not doing this super neat, but I'm kind of looking over my camera right now. Okay, and then I am going to, whoops, close it shut. Hold on. And I'm just going to kind of squeeze in a minute. That Turbo Tacky Do, I'm okay today, tacky glue, it holds very well. You just need to kind of press it down here for just a moment or two like you would hot glue. By the way, hot glue, no, don't use it on this. It doesn't turn out well. It turns all bumpy and lumpy. Underneath you can see it. Ask me how I know. Okay. Alright, it feels like it's sticking. So I'm just going to set this aside and wipe my hands off here as much as I can. The glue. And the next thing you're going to need are beads. Now I used the glass beads, the kind they sell in Michael's. They were on sale for half price when I picked them up. You can cut costs as well by going to Michael's when they have their 50% off sale as far as the beads are concerned. Or you can use acrylic beads. You can find them on eBay, you can find them on Fire Mountain Gems. Just type in the word, you know, acrylic beads. What I would look for would be the 14mm beads. Now these are glass beads. And I picked up a strand of beads at Michael's, like I said, for $3. The rainbow ones were $3, and these here were $3. So, I mean, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I used one here, so there was 11 on that strand. And I picked them up for $3. So, there are some more beads. If you're not sure about the millimeter size, you can always go on Google and type in millimeter bead chart or something like that. You can print it out, take it to the store with you, and just kind of go by that guide. So what you'll need, like I said, is the 14mm beads, and then you're going to need some 4mm beads and some 6 or 8mm beads. Okay, so 14mm, 4mm, and either 6 or 8mm beads. Okay, and you don't have to buy a ton of different ones. If you want to just stick to one pattern and see how you like it, and then kind of, you know, go a little crazy afterwards. If you find that you really enjoy this, you can do it that way, and that way you don't spend so much. And I'm going to move the camera over here and show you something. These are bead caps, and you can buy bead caps on eBay by typing in bead cap mix. And I like the wire ones because you can kind of form them to the bead. The heavier metal ones, they're pretty too, but you really can't, I mean, you can't form them to the bead. And so, you know, that way it kind of gives you a variety of bead caps. And let's see, what else? Oh, this, you know, just strictly if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but, you know, I used spacer beads. You can buy any size. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. These little these little rondelle beads, you know, with the rhinestones in them, if you want to use that. And you're definitely going to need some 3-inch head pins. I bought these head pins for $2.25 for 40 of them from a lady on Etsy, and I'll put her link down below as well. I really liked these. I didn't care for the ones that I bought at Michael's. They felt rough to me, and I just didn't like them at all. And these are silver plated. So I'll give you the seller's name and address. Or not name and address, but name and shop. Shop title. So, anyway, that's about all you'll need other than the string, you know, at the top to hang on the tree. And you'll definitely need a pair of round nose pliers. You may need the cutters if you want to do any wire or cutting on, you know, of the wire. You may not. Just depends. Okay. Now that I took forever to explain that, I'm sorry, and thank you for bearing with me. We'll go ahead and put one together. You're probably thinking, yay, she's finally gonna do it. Okay, I think I'll start with this red spool. Putting together this red spool here. Now, this is a head pin because it's got a head on it. You don't want the eye pin, you want the head pin. And so we're going to be forming the bottom part of the spool first. So I'm going to put on a little tiny bead cap there, along with one of the glass beads. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to add this little daisy spacer. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. Please remember that. If you just string them until you like the way they look. I usually start with the smallest bead at the bottom, the 4mm, and then I go to the large 14mm bead. And then I'm going to put on the glass bead that I bought from Michael's. That's around a 14mm, I think. I kind of eyeball them and can tell that way. And bead cap on top. And like I said, I don't really have a plan or anything for when I do these. I just keep adding till I like the way it looks. And once again, these are 3-inch long head pins. Don't buy anything shorter than 3-inch, otherwise you won't be able to put many beads on. And then lastly, I'm going to put the bead cap on. Oops. Hold on. Okay. And as you can tell, the hole's pretty round, so I want that bead cap to kind of you know, it kind of fills that whole area so it won't slip through. Okay, now at the top, if I were doing this not in front of the camera, I would probably hold this against my stomach like this and then put the other bead on and then loop it, because you want to make sure it's a tight fit. Okay, and then let's see, the top, I'm not going to put much at the top because I need room to make a loop, so I'm just going to put the bare minimum on the top. I'm going to put a tiny little bead cap. Oops, you know what, it just dawned on me, I want that bead cap on top. Hey, it slipped right through, that's why. Okay, that's why I wanted it on top. Okay, we're going to add the bead first, right here. And see how it sits in the hole? So it makes everything nice and snug? Okay. Then we're going to add a little tiny bead cap, but I wouldn't add much more than that for the top, because I'm going to hold this at the bottom like this, and then hold this like that, because you're going to need a pair of bead pliers. What do I do? Just take the bead cap off? Oh my. I probably should edit a lot of this out, but that's okay. You guys can listen to me, mistakes and all. Alright. So I'm just going to make a loop. Why does that keep doing that? It's like it's magnetic. Look at that. Huh. Maybe these are magnetic and I never knew it. Okay. I'm going to hold it down like that. See if that works. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a loop just like that. Then I'm going to let go. I'm going to turn around. Turn this around and pull that back up. There we go. If I push it up at the bottom, then it helps. Okay. See, with the 3-inch, I barely have enough room to make that loop. Okay. I don't know why I'm having a hard time seeing this. Okay, there we go. Now you can look up close. Alright, and I just kind of straighten this out at the top so it's pretty stable. Now I'm going to put a piece of cord on it. Maybe some gold cord. Cut that, and let's see. Okay, and thank you guys for watching, mistakes and all. I am definitely not perfect, and sometimes I watch my own videos and I think to myself, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that, or boy, I really flubbed my words up there. But I really appreciate you watching. As my grandpa would say, warts and all. Okay. Here we go. Cut this off. And I'm going to hook this right up here so you can see along with the rest. Okay. Aren't they pretty? I just love these, and I think these will look so good on the Christmas tree. And the fact that I painted the spools white, I like that idea, because if you have a green tree, they'll really show up with the white spools. And I guess the reason why I painted them white at the very beginning was I really wasn't sure what color scrapbooking paper I was going to use. On this one here, by the way, I didn't even mention that one. What I used here was the bling sheets, you know, the sheets of sticky back bling that you can get. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby when it was on sale. I think it was, gosh, I think I paid $1.99. And I just wrapped a little tiny section around it, and I thought it turned out really pretty. So that's what I did with that one. I don't know why I didn't even mention that at the beginning. I'm really sorry about that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and put together another one for you. So you can hang around and watch, or you can click it off the video. Okay, so I'm going to take another head pin and put a little tiny bead cap, and here is the 4mm bead. I always like to put that at the bottom, and just for fun, I put a little rhinestone rondelle, a little tiny one there, and one of my acrylic plastic Shambhala beads, and another rhinestone rondelle just for fun, and then I'm just going to put this little glass bead on, another bead cap, and this right here, this bead. I think that's the 6mm bead. Might be an 8mm. Not too sure. And then I'm going to put another bead cap on, and I'm going to take this hair that I did in front of the camera with the green vinyl on it, and I'm going to pull it up to the top. Oh, look what I did. I added the fourth one there. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. There should only be 3. Okay. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, I had it right. Okay. I'll slide this through. So we have the little 4mm, the Shambhala bead. I said 14mm, but you can get the 12 or 14mm. And then the bead here, I think this is 8mm. So now we have the top. I'm going to try to hold it stable by pushing up from the bottom gently. And we're going to take this bead here to kind of cover this hole at the top, just like we did the other one. And then lastly, we're going to put on a bead cap. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to push it up gently from the bottom just to stabilize it. And I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and then I'm going to let go and turn it around and continue turning just to make that loop there. Yeah. There we go. See? Made that little loop. And kind of straighten it out here at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to put a cord on that. And, you know, it moves a little at the bottom like a bell, but that's okay. Some don't and some do. Not sure why, but that's all right. And, yeah, let me put the cord on. Okay. So, slip this right there. Like I said, you could save a lot of money by buying acrylic beads and using those instead of the glass beads. And the bead caps are pretty inexpensive if you buy them, you know, in mixed lots. I made the cord a little too long on this, I think. A little too long. Okay. Shorten it up. Okay, there we go. So let me show you. Put this here at the end. And look how pretty these are, ladies and gents. That's beautiful. I really hope you can see how they sparkle. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to do another tutorial on some edible ornaments that you can make for your tree that don't take hardly any time at all. And I'll be posting those right after I post this. So that's about it. Thank you so much. I know this was really long today. God bless you all. Bye-bye.